warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Saprilia Kevin T. My student ID 2090-210002. In this time, I want to tell you about innovation and changing workplace. In today's topsy-turvy world, managing change and innovation is taking center stage. Some observers of business trends suggest that the knowledge economy of the late 1900s and early 2000s is rapidly being transformed into the creative economy. As more high-level knowledge work is outsourced to less developed countries, companies in the United States, Europe, and Japan are evolving to the next level, generating economic value from creativity, imagination, and innovative. Organization must embrace many types of change. Business must develop improved production technology, create new products and services desired in the marketplace, implement new administrative system, and upgrade employee skill. Organizational change is defined as the adoption of a new idea or behavior by an organization. Many organizations struggle with changing successfully. Successful change requires that organizations be capable of both creating and implementing ideas, which means the organization must learn to be ambidextrous. An ambidextrous approach means incorporating structure and process that are appropriate for both the creative impulse and for the systematic implementation of innovation. For example, allows flexible structure and greater employee freedom are excellent for the creation and initiation of ideas. However, the same condition often make it difficult to implement a change because employees are less likely to comply. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Hasanah Aulia. My student ID number is 030. So, I will explain about the changing things. There is a new product and technology. First, I will explain about a product change. Do you know what is a product change? Okay. A product change is a change in the organization product or service output. And then, I will tell you about, for example, a new product. For example, a new product is an Apple iPhone. Apple iPhone have 3 new products. It's an iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max. The 3 new products have a different size and have one product have 3 cameras. And second, I will tell you about a technology change. Do you know what is a technology change? Okay, a technology change is a change in the organization production process, how the organization does its work. For example, the adoption of automatic mail sorting machines by the U.S. Postal Service. Okay, and the last, I will tell you about the 3 criteria innovation strategy for changing product and technology. The first strategy is exploration, and the second is cooperation, and the last is entrepreneurship. Exploration. Exploration is the stage where ideas for new product and technology are born. And then, in the exploration, there are creativity, experimentation, and ideas incubator. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Waskito P. My student ID number is 048. In here, I will present what is the corporation. The first, horizontal coordination mechanism. The second, customer partners. And the third, open innovation. Horizontal linking model. An approach to product change that implement share development of innovation among service departments. Vertical team. A multifunctional team that they provide with high level of the resources and environment to accompany on the creative product development project. Okay, number one, coordinator mechanism. Internal conditioning. Complete the second successfully, innovation usually have the following characteristics. People in the marketing have a good understanding of the customers. Technical specialists are aware of recent technology development and make effective the new product. Members from the departments research, manufacturing, marketing, corporate in the development of the new product or service. External coordination, open innovation, extending the search for the commercialists of new lead ideas beyond the boundaries of the organization.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time. My name is Muhammad Iqbal Furqoni. My student ID number is 063. In here, I want to tell you about the third aspect of product and technology innovation. That is entrepreneurship. What is the entrepreneurship? The entrepreneurship is creating mechanism to make sure new ideas can carried forward, accepted, and implemented. For implementing entrepreneurship in the organizational, there are 3 stimulus to help it. The first is idea champion, and then the second is new venture team, and then the third is new venture fund. We start from the first, about idea champion. What is the idea champion? The idea champion is a people who sees the need for and champions productive changes within the organization. Not only the idea champion, but the other position need created. Like, one is inventor, to understand the technological aspect or technical. And then the second is sponsor, to approve and protect the idea within the organization. And then critics, about provide a reality test. And then the second stimulus is a new venture team. What is the new venture team? A new venture team is a unit that separates from the organizational structure, that responsible for creating and initiating a new development or major innovation. This organization typically is small, loosely organization and flexible. One variation of this organization is school works. And then the last of stimulus is the new venture fund. About new venture fund is a fund that provides which individual or groups can draw to provide development in the business idea or product. Usually, this fund uses for R&D development, for developing some products in the organization, because innovation needs operational cost to be something different. I think it's enough. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Dafa Ika Sumantri. My student ID number is 065. Now I will explain about changing people and culture. Change in people and culture pertain to how employees think. I mean change in mindset. People change. People change mean a change in the attitude and behavior of few employees in the organization, such as sending a handful of middle manager to a training course to improve their leadership skills. Next, culture change. Culture change means a major shift in the norms, values, attitudes, and mindset of the entire organization, such as when the IRS shifts its basic mindset from an organization focus on collection and compliance to one dedicated to informing, educating, and serving customer. Two specific tools that can smooth the process are: the first is training and development program, and the second is organization development. But now I will explain about training and development programs only. A company might offer training programs to a large block of employees on subjects such as time work, diversity, emotional intelligence, quality circle, communication skill, or participative management. Successful companies want to provide training and development opportunities for everyone, but they might particularly emphasize training and development for managers with the idea that the behavior and attitudes of managers will influence people throughout the organization and lead to culture change. Thank you.
Thank you for the time. My name is Zazali Usman. My student ID number is 68. Here I will explain about organization development. Organization development is a planned systematic process of change that uses behavioral skills, knowledge, and technologies to improve an organization's health and effectiveness through its ability to adapt to the environment, improve internal relationship, and increase learning and problem-solving capabilities. Organization development can help managers address at least 3 types of current problems. Number 1, merger acquisition. Disappointing financial merger and acquisition are caused by executive failures to determine whether the administrative and corporate culture of the two partners is suitable. This difference creates stress and anxiety for employees, and this negative emotion affect future performance. The organization development technique can be used to facilitate the integration of two companies. Number 2, organizational decline or revitalization. Organizations that experience period of decline and revitalization experience various problems, including low level of trust, lack of innovation, high turnover, and high level of conflict and stress. The organization development techniques can greatly contribute to cultural revitalization by managing conflict, fostering commitment, and facilitating communication. Number 3, conflict management. Conflict can occur anytime and anywhere in the organization. When conflict occurs, organization development techniques can help resolve conflict related to existing problems. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time. My name is Anisa Rahmasari with students number ID 082 from class A1. It's my pleasure to be here and now I'd like to present you about an organization development activities. It consists of 3. The first is team building activities. Team building activities is a type of an organization development intervention that enhances the cohesiveness departments to help members to learn about a function as a team. Okay, for the example is it can be used of the members of the cross-departmental teams to help them to learn how to act and it functions as a team. The second is survey feedback activities. It is a part of organization development activities that use a questionnaire among the employees and its feedbacks will back to them or will be reported back to them by the change agent. After the survey is done, an organization development consultant will meet the employee to talk about their result or their problems based in data, and they will find the way to solve the problem. And the last is large group intervention. It is an approach that brings all of members or participants of an organization, or it may include the stakeholder from outside the organization. Its function is to discuss the problem, the opportunities, or the plan to the major change. Okay, I think enough from me. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Muhammad Vizal T. My student number 2019-21-0093. Here is I could continue present from my college. Here I explain about organizing development step. Step 1. Freezing, unfreezing. Before you can cook a meal that has been frozen, you need to defrost or thaw it out. The same can be said of change. Before change can be implemented, it must go through the initial step of unfreezing, because many people will naturally resist change. The goal during the unfreezing stage is to create an awareness of who status quo or current level of acceptability is hindering the organization in some way. Step number 2, changing. Note that the people and unfrozen can begin to move. 11. Recognize the change as a process where the organism must transition of move into this new state of being. This change step as referent to us transition of moving is marked by the implement of the change. This when the change because real. Step number 3, the rephrasing. The final stage of this change model freezing, but many refer it as rephrasing to symbolize the act of reinforcing, stabilizing, and solidifying the new state after the change. The change meant to organizational process, goal, structure, offering or people or escapes, and refrozen new norm of status quo. Levin found in rephrasing step be especially important to ensure the people know refer out way thinking to prior out to the implement for the change. Thank you for the opportunity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thanks for the time. My name is Dimas Prasetyo. My student number is 105. Here I want to explain about implementing change. The final step to be managed in the change process is implementation. A new creative idea will not benefit the organization until it is in a place and being fully used. One frustration for manager is the employees often seem to resist change for no apparent reason. To effectively manage the implementation process, managers should be aware of the reason people resist change and use technique to enlist employers' cooperation. Major cooperation with change can be particularly challenging. Need for change. Many people are not willing to change unless they perceive a problem or a crisis. However, many problems are subtle, so managers have to recognize and then make others aware of the need for change. One way managers sense a need for change is through the appearance of a performance gap disparity between existing and desired performance level. They then try to create a sense of urgency so that others in the organization will recognize and understand the need for change. Resistance to change. Getting others to understand the need for change is the first step in implementation. Yet most change will encounter some degree of resistance. People resist change for several reasons, and understanding them can help managers implement change more effectively. Self-interest. People typically resist a change they believe conflict with their self-interest. Lack of understanding and trust. Employees often distrust the intention behind a change or do not. Uncertainty is the lack of information about future events. It represents a fear of the unknown. Uncertainty is especially threatening for employees who have a low tolerance for a change and fear anything out of the ordinary. Different assessment and goals. Another reason for resistance to change is the people who will be affected by an innovation might assess the situation differently. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for the time. My name is Muhammad Khoirul Affif. My student ID number is 108. I want to tell about force fit analysis and implementation tactic. The first is force fit analysis. Force fit analysis is the process of determining which force drive and which resist a proposed change. In this discussion, there are two forces that can produce change. The first is driving force and the second is restraining force. The first is driving force can be thought of as problems or opportunities that provide motivation for change within the organization. And the last is restraining force. Restraining force are the various barriers to change, such as a lack of resource, restraints from middle managers, or inadequate employee skill. And the next is implementation tactics. Implementation tactics is the other approach to managing implementation to adopt specific tactics to overcome resistance. There are 5 examples of implementation tactics. The first is communication of education. Communication and education are very important to provide information to employees so they can understand the reason why need to make a change. Example, Canadian Airlines International take up to 1.5 years to prepare and implement training to make quality change. And the second is participation. This approach takes a lot of time, but the result can be very satisfying because users understand and become committed to the change. And next is negotiation. Negotiation is a formal way to bargain for approval of a desired change. For example, if the marketing department fear losing power if a new management structure is implemented, top managers may negotiate with marketing to reach a resolution. And then coercion. Coercion means the manager use formal power to force employees to change. This approach should not be used because employees feel like victims are angry at change manager and may even sabotage the change. But this approach can be used in critical situations. And the last is top management support. Top management support is symbol if the change is very important for the organization. Thank you.